What's happening everyone, my name is Alex and welcome back. In today's video we are checking out the second generation of the RingConn Smart Ring. Even though this is super small and super light, it can keep track of a lot of things. Just to give you some examples, it will keep track of all the steps that you do throughout the day, the calories that you burn throughout the day, any activities you may do throughout the day. So if you go for a walk, if you go biking or anything like that, it will keep track of that. It will also keep track of your heart rate, the oxygen saturation in your blood. It will monitor your sleep and even monitor for sleep apnea. This tiny little thing can do a lot of things. And just in case you are wondering, the ring is also waterproof, so it has a IP68 water rating. So if you wanna go swimming with it, if you wanna go diving, if you wanna do the dishes, this will be fine up to 100 meters deep, so no problems getting this wet. Alright, so you can get the ring in a variety of sizes. They actually send you a sizing kit and I highly recommend that you wear that for about 24 hours so you get a better feel for how it feels on your hand, so you don't get the wrong size. Personally, I use size 11 and you can also choose out of 4 colors. You actually get a little paper here that has the 4 colors. You can actually touch them and see how those feel. I personally have the royal gold one. And I find it absolutely fantastic. It looks so good. You can't really tell that this is a smart ring. It just looks like a regular ring in my opinion. I also find it quite impressive that after using this for about 2 weeks, and I didn't actually take care of it. I mean, I opened doors, I washed dishes with it, I've done pretty much everything with it on. There are no scratches on it whatsoever, and it still looks just as good as the first day when I put it on. Now, again, I'll have to see how this actually looks in a year from now, but so far it does look perfect. This little thing has a weight of between 2 to 3 grams, depending on the size. This particular one, as I said, this is a size 11, and this has a weight of 2.6 grams. And what is even crazier, the battery life on this is somewhere between 10 to 12 days. On this little thing, 10 to 12 days. So you basically have to charge this every week and a half. The charging case looks like this. You basically just put the ring right here and it will charge. And on the charging case itself, you can charge the ring for about 15 to 20 times. So realistically, it's gonna take you about half a year, maybe a bit less than that, without actually plugging the charging case or the ring. You just put the ring there every so often and it will be fully charged. So considering how small and how light this is, the battery life is impressive. In case you're wondering how the box looks, well, the ring comes in this box right here. Inside the box, you're obviously gonna find the ring, the charging case, a USB-C cable, and the user manuals. However, this is extremely easy to use. You just install the RingConn app, you pair the ring to the app, and that's pretty much it. You don't have to do anything. You just wear it and it will keep track of everything by itself. Taking a quick look at the ring itself, it is impressive in every single way. So when you have it on your finger here, you can really tell that this is a smart ring. On the outside here, you just see metal. In my case, I have the gold color, as I said before, and it does look absolutely stunning. Now, if you take it off and you look inside, you will see a variety of sensors, and every so often, you're also gonna see a couple of green lights lighting up. Now, what I really like about wearing a ring compared to a smartwatch is the fact that you put it on at night and it's not gonna bother you in any way. With a watch, whenever you're sleeping at night, you touch the watch by mistake, the screen comes on in a dark room, it's not a great experience. Not to mention it is big on your wrist. This one you put it on and because it's so light, you can never actually feel it. After you wear this for a couple of hours, you kind of forget that you have it on. One of the things I really love about this ring is the sleep monitoring and all the information that I get after wearing this at night. So I have the RingConn app here. I'm actually gonna start recording the screen. I'm gonna show you what I'm seeing on the screen here. So at the end of the night, you basically get a score. For yesterday, for example, I got a score of 89. Time asleep 8 hours and 15 minutes and the sleep efficiency at 95%. Now, if you do scroll down, you can see everything that happened, how long you're in bed, how long you're actually sleeping, and again, that sleep efficiency. The ring will also keep track of your heart rate throughout the night. So we can see that the average heart rate for that night was 48 BPM. And then you can also see the REM, the light sleep, the deep sleep, and the times when I was actually awake. If we scroll down a bit, you can see like an average heart rate for 7 nights, the previous 7 nights, of course. And we can also see the oxygen saturation in my blood as well. So the average was about 95 and the 7-night average was about 96, which is really good. The ring will also monitor the skin temperature. So the average was about 35.69 degrees. And all this in here. Now, what's very impressive is the fact that the ring can also monitor for sleep apnea, which I don't think I've tried any other device that can do that. Now, in my case, that's not a problem, but I know that that is a problem for a lot of people. So it's great that the ring can monitor for that as well. Of course, like any tracker out there, this will also keep track of all the steps, all the activities that you do throughout the day. So let me start another screen recording here. And basically at the top here, we can select what we want to see. So for now, we'll just see the activity. Of course, you can see on any other day. So for example, August 12, I've done 5,000 steps. On August 11, I've done 7,000. On the 10th, 11,000 and so on. But we'll go to August 13. So here you can see the steps that you've done, the calories that you've burned, the all-day calories, how long you've been standing, for example, activity intensity. And if you do any other activities like walking, running, biking, you can track all that. Now, unfortunately, it's been 40 degrees every single day out, so I haven't been able to go walking because it's just insanely hot. But this will basically keep track of all that. And at the top here, we can also go to vital signs. So here you can basically see your heart rate throughout the day. You can see the blood oxygen saturation as well. You can see the HRV as well, the skin temperature, and the respiratory rate. So everything is basically saved in the ring, and whenever the phone is connected to the ring, it will sync all that information. So of course this connects to the phone over Bluetooth. And you can also check for stress. So for example, August 12, 49, which is normal. We can scroll down a bit so you can see what else it shows. Let's see August 13, 47, which is normal. I had a couple of times when it was a bit more elevated. So August 11, 46. So I'm not that stressed as you can see. But basically the ring here keeps track of absolutely everything that happens throughout the day. And the greatest thing about it is that you put it on your hand and you kind of forget about it. Most of the time I don't even realize that I have this on. So to quickly conclude this video, the second generation of the RingConn Smart Ring is a marvel of engineering. I cannot believe all the sensors they have inside this and the amazing battery life. Like with the smartwatch, you typically have to charge it every second day. Most of them every single day, mostly if you're using like an Apple Watch. This one you don't have to charge for like over a week. And everything, it's this small. It's quite unbelievable. And I love the fact that I don't get those notifications on my wrist. I don't have that screen lighting up in the middle of the night when I'm sleeping. Everything is nice and tidy, and I get all that great information just from this ring. So I absolutely love this ring. Not to mention it is much smaller than the first generation. I actually had the first generation as well. So this one fits much better on my hand here, on my finger. I don't actually feel it when I do stuff around the house or whatever I'm doing. So it is much smaller, much lighter as well. So I absolutely love this ring, and it is a great alternative if you kind of want to get rid of your smartwatch, but you also want to keep track of everything that happens throughout the day, your sleep, your heart rate, and all that. As always, there will be some links in the video's description so you can check this out. Thanks RingConn for sponsoring this video. If you guys have any questions, feel free to leave a comment down below and I'll do my best to answer whatever questions you may have. Thanks for watching and I'll see you guys in the next one.